this?
Imperialism is the policy of extending a country's power and influence beyond its borders through
Colonization.
colonization, use of military force, or other means.
Okay, so what was the meaning that I told you in the last class? Yes, Usman, you have raised your hand. Yes, Usman.
This Eid Congress.
Sorry.
This Eid
Okay.
Congress.
Okay, so basically imperialism is the meaning that if you want to conquer some areas, okay, through the military forces or through the armed forces, you need to develop the colonies basically, okay, of military forces or the armed forces. So you just need to conquer that area or a country through all these forces basically. Then you can easily rule to that country. The next one is about the China, a key moment, the opium, how British basically Britishers basically they conquered the China. Okay, so the key moment, a key moment, the opium war, we have discussed about 1840 till 42, right? In the 19th century, the Chinese government basically decided to that the drug opium was damaging the health. The opium that was the drug medicine which is used especially in medicine, that was illegally, you can say, selling out by the British merchants. That was completely, you can say, harmful for the Chinese people, especially their youth. The main suppliers of opium to China were British merchants, okay, who purchased it from India and Turkey, and the opium trade gave them a big profit, a good profit. Despite the Chinese government's ban this smuggled opium into China, when the Chinese government tried to take action against the smugglers, and it happened at that time when the Chinese, especially the you people can see uh, the commissioner Lin Zizhu, he was a commissioner who took action against the British merchants, basically those who were selling this opium openly in the China. So he wrote the letter to the Queen Victoria about this issue, about this matter, but unfortunately it was rejected, and it found itself at war with Britain. The Opium War 1840 till 42 was totally one-sided. जब ये जितने भी issues जो थे that was not stopped by the Britishers, so you can say the war had started between the Britishers and the Chinese. And the steam ships of the British Royal Navy with their modern cannon smashed the wooden Chinese junks and seized a number of ports along the Chinese coast. Through this war, basically, the British Royal Navy, they conquered all of these Chinese ports basically. The reason was that कि उनको वहाँ पर rulership करनी थी, ठीक है, and the Treaty of Nanjing, that was the document uh, that the main point was mentioned in this document that कि अब जितने भी ports हैं वो Britishers के under होंगे. This is the reason कि Chinese जो थे वो suppressed हो गए थे, उनकी population suppressed हो गई थी, and the Britishers were ruling into the whole China because they conquered the ports and the Chinese coast, ठीक है, उनके जो स्पेशली जो उनके मेन एरियाज थे, स्पेशली सिल्वर, जहाँ पे उनका सिल्वर माइन था, या जो भी उनके मेन बेसिक रिसोर्सेज थे, they just conquered that part. This was the first of a number of conflicts between China and European government, of all which ended in defeat for the Chinese by the end of 19th century. Most of the major Chinese ports were controlled by Europeans, mainly by Britain, which also controlled much of the Yangtze River trade. Hong Kong was a crown British colony from 1842 till 1997, when the sovereignty was transferred to the People's Republic of China. Macau, on the southern coast, about 37 kilometers from Hong Kong, was the oldest European colony in China. It was under Portuguese control from the 16th century till it's hand over to China in 1999. You people can see that was a uh, prolonged period for the Britishers. They were ruling in China, and they just conquered half of the Chinese area basically. Okay, the whole country. About the Australia, who gonna, it's very easy. Now please, now you people tell me that what happened and how they basically Britishers conquered the Australia. It's very easy. Please explain me, anyone else.
Asia 50,000 years ago, called Aborigines by the British. There were
Origines.
probably 300 or more.
300,000 or more of them.
100,000 or more of them scattered across the continent. At the end of the 18th century, the Aborigines lived as nomadic hunters using spears and throwing sticks called boomerangs. Kangaroos were an important part of their diet. European explorers came late to Australia
Okay,
and were
Zainab, wait,
the
wait,
first
wait, wait.
explorer to discover.
Okay, now Zainab, stop. Okay, thank you. It's all about that. Basically, the once they conquered the China, okay. So after that, they come to the Australia, because Australia, I told you, itself a continent and a country as well. Okay, that was a new continent. That was a new country for the whole people of the world. And the Britishers, you can say, that was the strongest European empire in the world. The reason is to conquer the Australia because it was a new one. ठीक है, वहाँ पे एक तो population is still is less. एंड दे वांटेड टू, यू कैन से, उसको एक्सप्लोर करना चाह रहे थे. ठीक है, दिस इज द रीजन. नोमैडिक का मतलब होता है दोस्त पीपल हु, प्लीज म्यूट ऑफ योर माइक एवरीबॉडी फर्स्ट. थैंक यू. तो दिस इज द रीजन. नोमैडिक का मतलब होता है दोस्त पीपल हु कैन नॉट स्टे वन प्लेस फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. ठीक है, जैसी उनकी नीड्स चेंज होती हैं, जैसी उनकी रिसोर्सेज चेंज होती हैं, दे कैन मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली आप कह सकते हो जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो है वो स्टार्ट जो है वो एशियंस ने किया था. ठीक है, दे स्टार्टेड लिविंग ओवर देयर, बट दे डिडंट हैव मच रिसोर्सेज टू लिव वेरी इजीली. दिस इज द रीजन बिकॉज दे हैड स्पेयर्स, दे हैड स्टिक्स. ठीक है, उनके पास क्या होता था, उनके पास छोटे छोटे रिसोर्सेज होते थे कि वो अपनी लाइफ को इजीली गुजार सके, बिकॉज वो हंटिंग करते थे. ठीक है, थ्रू दी स्पेयर्स. एंड दिस इज द रीजन दे कॉल्ड देम एबोरिजिनीज. ब्रिटिशर्स उनको एबोरिजिनीज के नाम से जो है वो जानते थे. European explorer came late to Australia. The first explorer to discover that some part of it might be worth settling was James Cook. James Cook, he was the person, okay, explorer, or you can say the tourist or the traveler, the person. He came to the Australia and he identified and he found that is the new place. ठीक है, एंड बिकॉज इट वॉज द न्यू एरिया, न्यू कंट्री, तो वहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज भी जो थी वो बहुत चीपर थी. अगर वो वहाँ पे कुछ बिल्डिंग्स बनाते हैं या वहाँ पे कोई प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करते हैं, वहाँ पे कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, तो वो बहुत चीप अमाउंट में हो सकती थी. Who made 3 voyages to the Pacific Oceans between 1768 and 1780? Yes.
The first prisoners landed near the present city of Sydney, and more than 1 lakh convicts arrived in the next 50 years. After a
Yes.
difficult start, the colony did well. Lachlan Marque,
Lachlan Macquarie. Lachlan Macquarie.
Lal-
He was the governor.
Lachlan Marque, governor from 1809 to 1821, made good use of various skills of encouraged the certain uh, skills of the convicts and turned Sydney into the pleasant town. He also encouraged the creations of new settlements where farmers might do well. Thought much of the convicts were desert with these was attractive well-watered land on the east and south coast. Settlers created
Settlers
prosperous
created prosperous sheep farms and vineyards.
sheep and vineyards. Gold and other minerals were discovered in 1914. The European, mainly British, population of Australia had risen to
Okay,
about
wait.
5 million.
Okay, thank you, Maheba. It's all about, okay, I'm repeating this. I'm going to explain you about a key moment, the arrival of the first convicts. Convicts means prisoners basically. ठीक है, as you all know, the Britishers, they had a huge empire. So उनके जितने भी जो लोग अगर against में होते थे, तो या तो वो prisoner बन जाते थे और slave बन जाते थे. ठीक है, once they got the victory, Britishers got the victory against any party basically. सो वो क्या करते थे, या तो उनके स्लेव बन जाते थे लोग, या उनके वो प्रिजनर में आ जाते थे, ठीक है। और उनके पास उस टाइम पे प्रिजनर का रेशियो आप कह सकते हो बहुत ज़्यादा था. दिस इज द रीजन दे वांटेड टू ट्रांसफर ऑल दीज मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रिजनर्स, स्पेशली द डेंजर प्रिजनर्स, दे वांटेड टू ट्रांसफर टू द ऑस्ट्रेलिया. बेसिकली इट हैपेंस स्पेशली इन सम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट्स. वो होता है इस तरीके से कि अगर कोई प्रिजनर बहुत ज़्यादा डेंजर है, ठीक है, अगर उसका क्राइम बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है, तो वो क्या करते थे, उन प्रिजनर्स को एक ऐसी जगह ले जाते थे, ऐसी जगह ट्रांसफर कर देते थे जहाँ पे वो इजीली स्केप ना कर सकें. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? दिस इज द रीजन ऑस्ट्रेलिया दैट वाज अ न्यू प्लेस, ठीक है। तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने एक प्रॉपर, आप कह सकते हो, वहाँ जो ओल्ड बिल्डिंग्स थी उन्होंने उसको जेल में कन्वर्ट किया और वहाँ पे उन प्रिजनर्स को शिफ्ट करना शुरू किया. बट इन द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ, लैकलन मैक्वेरी, ही वाज द गवर्नर ऑफ द ब्रिटिशर्स, ठीक है. सो बेसिकली ही यूज सम ऑफ द स्किल्स ऑफ दीज कन्विक्ट्स, ठीक है. कन्विक्ट्स मीन्स प्रिजनर्स, ठीक है. इनके कुछ स्किल्स को यूज किया, वहाँ पे कुछ डेवलपमेंट शुरू की, न्यू बिल्डिंग्स बनाना शुरू की, जो पूरा ओल्ड बिल्डिंग्स थी उनको रेनोवेट करना शुरू किया थ्रू दीज प्रिजनर्स. बेसिकली उनको उन्होंने एज अ लेबर यूज किया था. And what happened at that time, through much of the continent was desert at that time. वो जितना भी एरिया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया उतना डेवलप नहीं था उस टाइम पे, ठीक है. तो was attractive well, though much of the continent, okay, well watered land on the east and the south coast, settlers created prosperous sheep farms. So they started making farm over there, ठीक है. उन्होंने फार्म्स बनाना शुरू किए. उन्होंने जो बेसिक उस टाइम पे नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज थी, एसिड थे, उन्होंने उसके फार्म्स बनाना शुरू किए. स्पेशली जो आपके ये एनिमल्स होते हैं, शीप्स, गोट्स वगैरह, इनके फार्म्स बनाना शुरू किए. और कुछ उन्होंने आप फ्रूट्स वगैरह के भी फार्म्स बनाना शुरू किए, ठीक है, लैंड्स बनाना शुरू की. Gold and the other mineral were discovered in 1914. The European, mainly British population of Australia had risen to about 5 millions. This is the reason वहाँ पे जो population थी वो Britishers की increase हो रही थी, rather than Asians, rather than other you will can say people who belong to the other continent as well, ठीक है. तो बेसिकली जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया की जो डेवलपमेंट है, उनकी इकोनॉमी है, वो ब्रिटिशर्स ने डेवलप की है वहाँ जाके. अभी भी आप देखते हैं तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पॉपुलेशन बहुत कम है, इतनी ज़्यादा पॉपुलेशन नहीं है, ठीक है, एज कम्पेयर टू दी अदर कॉन्टिनेंट्स एंड अदर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. दिस इज द रीज़न कि ब्रिटिशर्स ने इसको वहाँ पर जो है वो इकोनॉमी वहाँ की उन्होंने बिल्डअप की, वहाँ की उन्होंने वेल्थ बिल्डअप की, वहाँ के डिफरेंट रिसोर्सेज को उन्होंने जो है वो आप कह सकते हो रेस किया. So this is the reason that Britishers, they conquered the Australia and they were ruling over there for such a long time, I guess, and still they have some rulership और उनकी कुछ governments. अब obviously बात है कि वहाँ पे अब government change हो गई है, ठीक है, वो rulership की जगह एक liberal government का role play होने लगा है. But next is South Africa. Who gonna explain me about the South Africa? It's very easy. Can anybody? Hurry up, we don't have much time, please. G. Okay, South Africa, the original inhabitant of South Africa were the Khoisan, who, like the Aborigines, were nomadic people. Also in the region were Bantu-speaking farmers who lived in scattered villages. Though Bartholomew Dias and Vasco da Gama had landed at the Cape of Good Hope in the 1490s, the first Europeans to settle in the South Africa were the Dutch, who 1652 built a supply base for their merchant ships at Cape Town. During the 18th century, Dutch farmers known as Boers, basically we call them the actual population of South Africa. ठीक है, जो एक्चुअल वहाँ के रेसिडेंट्स थे साउथ अफ्रीका के, उनको बोयर्स बोला जाता है. एंड दे वर्किंग एज अ you can say farmer under the government of the Britishers, because South Africa basically that was conquered by the Britishers, ठीक है. And the Bartholomew and the Vasco da Gama, he was explorer, ठीक है. जब वो वहाँ पे गए, उन्होंने एक्सप्लोर किया, they called them. Yes,
जैसे आपने क्या मतलब बताया बोयर का?
the actual population of South Africa basically, ठीक है, जो वहाँ पे रहते थे.
Okay.
ठीक है. Yes, the first European to settle South Africa were the Dutch, ठीक है. जो वहाँ पे Europeans आए थे, वो they belong to the Dutch family and built a supply base of their merchant ships. वो ships जो थे वो ships का काम कर रहे थे, ships का business कर रहे थे. And they spread out the north and the east from Cape Town. Cape Town, I think it's yes, it's a main city of South Africa. creating huge farms and turning into slaves those Khoisan who survived European disease. The British gained Cape Town from the Dutch in 1815 as a part of the peace settlement. They wanted control of the sea route. Wait for a while. Sea rule, yes. Route to India around the southern tip of the Africa, and for 1842 also built a base at Durban. Further down and coast, the Boers opposed the British government, especially after had abolished slavery. ठीक है, so वहाँ के जितने भी साउथ अफ्रीका के जितने भी लोग थे, basically they all working as a labor under the government of the Britishers basically, because उनके पास वो resources मौजूद ही नहीं थे, ठीक है, लाने के लिए कि वो किस तरीके से अपने आप को जो है वो बिल्डअप कर सकें, वो अपनी कैसे वेल्थ जो है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकें. दिस इज द रीजन. द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ पीपल कैन सी. The Boers opposed the British government, especially after it had abolished slavery. 1833, since the Boers' way of life depended on slave labor. Consequently, thousands of Boers moved hundreds of miles deeper into southern Africa to live as they wished. Beyond British rule, by 1880, European controlled most of the South Africa, the British along the coast and the Boers inland. Because obviously बात है कि वहाँ के जो Boers थे, वहाँ के जो residents थे, they did not like British government. This is the reason they moved to the other part of the South Africa, जहाँ पे उनकी rulership Britishers की बहुत कम हो, कि वो उनको deal ना करनी पड़े. This is the reason. Okay, now the next paragraph, the new paragraph, that was the discovery of diamonds and gold, 1866 and 1886, till 1886. Yes, who gonna read this, please? Hajra, can you read this?
In 1886, one of the richest diamond mines in the world was discovered, and in 1886, one of the richest gold fields. Unfortunately for Britain, the gold fields were in the Transvaal, under Boer control. However, most of the mining companies had their headquarters in London, and the man who developed headquarters in the London, and the men who developed the mines and built the mining boomtown of Johannesburg were British rather than Boer. In 1899, the British went to the war against the Boers and took possession of the whole of South Africa. This did not run.
Wait for a while. Please mute off your mic. सब mute कर दीजिए.
Amangas आ जाओ.
Okay, so yes. So basically, the reason was to conquer the South Africa by the Britishers. They had, you can say, the diamond mines, the coal mine basically, जहाँ से आपका diamond निकल रहा होता है, ठीक है? In the world was discovered in 1886, one of the richest gold field over there. Unfortunately for Britain, the gold field were in the Transvaal. Transvaal basically एक province है, एक जगह का नाम है South Africa में, जहाँ पे ये सारी gold fields मौजूद हैं, and that was totally completely under the Boers' control at that time. Most of the mining companies had their headquarters in London. When they conquered the whole area, जितने भी headquarters थे वो जो है वो लंदन में बनाती गए थे in gold fields और diamond mines के basically. And the man who developed the mine and built the mining boom towns of Johannesburg were British rather than Boers. 1899, the British went to war against the Boers and took possession. का मतलब होता है authority ले लेना, ठीक है? Just because to conquer that area, just wanted to take authority of these mines and the gold fields. The war took place between the Britishers and the Boers. Unfortunately, Boers got defeated, and Britishers, they got the victory against this war, and they took all the possession of these mines and the gold fields by the from the Boers, okay? And they conquered the whole South Africa. This is the reason basically, that was the reason main to conquer the South Africa. देखिए, जब भी कोई कंट्री अगर किसी जगह पर अटैक करता है या किसी कोई भी रीज़न होता है, तो उसके रीज़न ये होता है कि उनके पास कुछ ऐसी रिसोर्सेज हैं, ठीक है, जिसकी वजह से वो स्ट्रॉन्ग पावर बन जाती हैं वो कंट्रीज़, ठीक है? तो अगर आपके पास नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज मौजूद हैं, तो बहुत सारे ऐसे कंट्रीज़ हैं जो आपके अगेंस्ट होंगे और आपका वो एरिया या आपसे वो वॉर करेंगे या वो इन एरियाज को कॉन्कर्ट करने की कोशिश करेंगे. So that was the one reason for the Britishers to conquer that South Africa. Yes, please read the next paragraph. Who wanna read this?
Miss, may I
Yes,
read?
ma'am. Please.
This did not turn out to be good for the native population. Unlike the Caucan, the Bantu farmers had more resistance to European diseases, but their spear and leather shields were no defense against the rifle and cannon of the
Rifles.
rifles and cannons of the Briton and Boer. In South Africa, the whites, whether Britons or Boer, were the underowner and mine owners.
Landowners and mine owners.
The African were the
Laborers.
laborers on the farm or deep underground in the mine and servant in the white household.
Household. Yes. So basically, it's about that the cohesion basically जो वहाँ के residents थे, ठीक है, they all became the Bantu farmers. ये जितने भी थे सब Europeans के अंडर काम कर रहे थे, ठीक है, because उन्होंने अपने आप को protect करने के लिए they did not have resources except spears and the leather sheets, ठीक है. This is the reason. And Europeans, they were very strong in weapons, they were very strong in terms of financial position. They had good the rifles and the cannons of the Britons and Boers basically. So the white weather Britain. Yes, my voice is clear to you, people. Okay, ठीक है. So it was all of that कि जितने भी वहाँ के land owners थे, they all were Boers, but unfortunately, ठीक है, they gave all the possession, all the authorities to the Britishers. This is the reason they were working as a laborer under the British government. या तो फार्म्स पे काम कर रहे थे या वो किसी बिल्डिंग में काम कर रहे थे, लेकिन वो एज अ लेबरर काम कर रहे थे. ऑल्दो जितनी भी उनकी रिसोर्सेज थे ये सारे बोयर्स के अपने थे उस टाइम पे. यस, द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ. Egypt and the Sudan. Who gonna read this?
मिस मैं पढ़ूं?
Who is this?
हुरैना.
Please, Hurana.
The British came to control Egypt as firmly as other parts of their empire, but pretended that Egypt was always part of the Ottoman Empire. They needed to control Egypt because in 1869, a British and French-owned company had opened the Suez Canal, joining the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, and it became the quickest and main route to India. When the ruler of Egypt, the Khedive, decided to sell his shares in the Suez Canal Company, the British government bought them from him for 4 million to prevent their falling into unfriendly hands. As Egypt's finances worsened, the British officials increased their interference in Egypt's affairs. In 1879, Orabi, an Egyptian army officer, led a revolt against foreign influence over the Khedive, fearing that his success would threaten the Suez Canal and many Britons would lose their investments in Egypt. The British fought and defeated Orabi in 1882 and sent him into exile in Ceylon, Sri Lanka.
Ceylon, Sri Lanka. Yes. Yes. So basically, that was the issue. Once they got conquered the South Africa, they came to the Egypt basically. And as you all know, Egyptians का जो basically criteria है, they always in the rulership. ठीक है. उनका कोई ना कोई उनकी rulership. Please mute off your mic, everybody. आप लोग प्लीज अपने माइक्स को म्यूट रखा करें बिकॉज बैकग्राउंड नॉइस की वजह से बहुत इशू होता है. आई होप कि अब किसी का माइक ऑन ना हो अननेसेसरी. ओके, वेट फॉर अ व्हाइल.
मिस डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई हैं।
तो हम क्या करें, लीव कर दे?
उस्मान है हो।
नहीं मिस, अभी है।
मिस वापस आ गई।
है वो रूलरशिप पे था, बिकॉज दे वर वेरी गुड इन वेल्थ, ठीक है, दे हैड गुड अमाउंट ऑफ गोल्ड एंड दे ऑलवेज यूज्ड द गोल्ड बेसिकली, especially in terms of trade. The British came to control Egypt as a firm as other parts of the empire, but pretended that Egypt was also part of the Ottoman Empire. They needed to control Egypt because 1869 a British and French owned company had opened the Suez Canal, joining the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, and it became the quickest and the main route to India. Okay, so this is the reason the person was the Khedive. He was the ruler of the Egypt at that time, and he had he wanted to some sail his shares, okay, in the Suez Canal company. The British government bought them from him about 4 million pounds to prevent their falling into unfriendly hand. As the Egypt's finance that was worsened, okay, that was not very strong as compared to the British's had. The British officials increased their interference in Egypt affairs. This is the reason कि जब उन्होंने देखा कि Egyptians की जो है वो wealth जो है वो strong नहीं है, economical power strong नहीं हो रही है, तो उन्होंने उनके जो उनके financial issues थे उसमें interfere करना शुरू कर दिया. In 1879, Urabi, he was the army officer of Egyptians, led a revolt against foreign influence over the Khedive, fearing that his success would threaten the Suez Canal and many Britons. ठीक है, और उसने क्या किया कि उसने उनकी जितने भी जो ये प्रोजेक्ट था अबाउट द Suez Canal, he started interfering in that in this issue. This is the reason the Britons thought कि ये जो issue है हो सकता है कि वो उनके लिए जो है वो danger हो. This is the reason उन्होंने क्या किया कि many Britons would lose their investment in Egypt. The British fought and defeat Urabi because उनकी investment जो उन्होंने इतने सारे पैसे उसमें invest किए हुए थे कि अगर वो interfere करेगा Urabi तो वो हो सकता है it might be possible कि वो अपनी investments lose कर जाएं. So they started a fight against the Urabi and this got the victory. After that Urabi he was exiled by the British government. Exile का मतलब होता है आप किसी भी जब वो गवर्नमेंट उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया को कॉन्कर्ट कर लेती है या वो एक्टिव हो जाती है तो वो जिसके भी अगेंस्ट हो वो दे एक्साइल देम, ठीक है, दे सेंड दैट पर्सन इनटू द अदर कंट्री and that person will not come unless they get that person get the permission from the active government. This is the reason. Yes, any problem, any questions so far over here everybody?
No,
कोई
miss.
प्रॉब्लम?